Poor Betsy is all out of dog treats, so join us today as we make an apple, carrot, peanut butter dog treat. Does Betsy want a dog treat? Good morning. My name is Deb from Just Do Something Homestead, and every 2 weeks I make homemade dog treats for my dog Betsy. But the last one only lasted a week. She really liked them. So those were cheddar bacon. So if you're looking for one that your dog will go right through, that would be it. But today we are going to make some that use apples, carrots, and peanut butter. The very first thing I do is put parchment paper on my baking sheet. Betsy absolutely loves apples and carrots. Oh, and peanut butter too. But this one calls for carrots, and so I am going to grate them. You need 1 1/4 cups, and I like this grater. It is one of those knuckle removers, but it has the measurements down at the bottom. So there is no need to peel your carrots. Your dog is going to like the outside just as much as the inside. And to use this grater, you're just going to take your carrot and go up and down. And all the little pieces are going to go inside the cup at the bottom, except for the few that just flew through the air. Now, it's important to watch those fingers. I like to put my finger up on top. That keeps it safe. The carrots are all grated, and that used about 3 full-size carrots, and I am using Nature's Promise organic carrots today. Next, I'm going to cut up an apple, and you want to make sure that it is washed and you take out all the core and the seeds and the stems. So you only want the apple. You can keep the peeling on. All right, I'm going to take out the center. Now, when I cut this, I want it cut into very small pieces. Now, apples are very good, and they'll add a little crunch, but I don't want to add too many big pieces. So each quarter I have sliced into 4 strips, and now I'm just going to go through and cut it really, really small. If you are still buying your dog treats, I highly recommend that you begin to make your own. What started it for me was the cost. They had jumped. The brand that I usually got went from $10 to $20, and I was like, I just can't pay that price anymore. But then I turned the label just to see what was in it, to see if I could make my own, and that's when I saw all the garbage that was added in your dog treats. So at this point, I am just using mostly organic, not all organic, but definitely fresh foods and vegetables, peanut butters, and they are so much better for your dog. And I know my dog, last night I had run out of dog treats, that's why I'm making them this morning. And I had one that she used to like. She wouldn't even look at it. She turned her head and refused to eat one because it wasn't homemade. And here is the finely chopped apple. So we have chopped up our apple, we have grated up our carrots, and now we are going to put it all together. First things first, set your oven to bake at 350 degrees. You're going to add all of these ingredients to your mixing bowl. Now you're going to want a stand mixer. This is a very thick recipe, and so it's not going to work if you're trying to do it with a little handheld mixer. So I've added the carrots, I've added the apples, and next I am going to add flour. This is 1/2 cup of flour. Then I am using organic quick oats. This is 3/4 cup of oats. It takes 1/2 cup of peanut butter. My peanut butter is very runny. It has a lot of oil in it, but that is because all that is in my peanut butter is peanuts. You want to look for an all-natural peanut butter. So 1/2 cup of peanut butter. Now let me show you the brand that I am using. It is Crazy Richards. But if you turn it to the side, it says ingredients, peanuts, and that is all you want. Next is 2 eggs. I'm going to crack it right into your mixing bowl. Like that. This is a very thick mixture. If it becomes too thick, what you can do is add water, or what I have pulled out is some organic beef broth. I think my dog just prefers that over water, but if it gets too thick, you may not need it. So start running your mixer, and if you find it's slowing it way down, you can add some liquid, either broth or water. This is what we have so far. It is not too thick, so I'm not going to add any liquid to it. I start by sprinkling some flour onto my countertop, and that's where I'm going to place this dough. Now I'm going to knead this dough until it's at a consistency that I can roll out. Right now it's pretty sticky. So I have flour on all sides, and I just keep coating the flour on it and pushing it down. This little gadget works really well for getting your dough mixed in. It's going to make sure that you don't have it sticking on the counter, so it works real well to scrape it off, because you don't want that. You don't want it to stick to the counter, because then when you roll out your dog biscuits, they're going to stick. My dough is all kneaded, and now I am going to roll it to about 1/4 of an inch thick. And it's going to be tricky, because remember, these are very rich with chunks of vegetables and fruit, so it's going to be hard to get it down that narrow, but we're going to try. Look at that beautiful dough. You can see the carrots, you can see the apples and the apple peelings. So beautiful, beautiful dough. What we are going to do is we are going to take the cookie cutter, and I am going to cut out dog biscuits. I find it easier to remove the outside pieces. All of that I am going to re-roll into more dog biscuits, but for now it's easier just to pull them away from the treats that you already have cut out. And at that point, I use my little scraper to pick up the dog biscuit. And I'm going to lay them on my baking sheet. Here is the first batch that is ready for the oven. I'm going to bake them for 20 minutes and then check them to see if they're done. And here are Betsy's brand new apple carrot peanut butter dog treats. This recipe made 18 dog treats. You can store them in your refrigerator for up to 2 weeks or out on your counter for 1. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. And have a great day. Bye-bye. Does Betsy want a treat? Can you speak? All right, no, sit. Good girl.